welcome back again, everyone. My name is Joel Broughton, and right now we're moving on to step 2, creating a rough draft for our article. Actually, a lot easier than you would think. And some people sometimes will tell me, Joel, I don't know what to write about. I'm not a good writer. I've got writer's block. I really am stuck here. I can't, that's just an excuse. Okay, really, what we need to do is just go ahead and do the work. Nobody ever said this was going to be, without any work. All right, it is simple, it is easy. It's just writing about different topics. And if you do get stuck, like I said, go read some articles online about your topics. Learn the information. I've taken literally years to learn all of this stuff, to be able to teach it to you and to be able to use it successfully in my business. So go ahead and spend some time and learn about the topics that you're writing about if you're getting stuck. The internet is just a complete huge resource. Now, don't copy the articles, because you're going to get nailed if you copy the articles. You're not going to generate any new valuable content. You're not going to create anything that's different, and really you're not going to get any traffic. So go ahead and just read some books or read some information online about your topics, and then it'll start your brain going, right? Start working your brain, and that's obviously how it's how you're going to have success. So let's go ahead and we're going to create a rough draft. Now, here's our list of topics again, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick the first topic, okay? And I also need my keywords. Okay, so we're going to use our keywords. We're not going to use them quite yet, but just keep them in mind as we're writing our article. We're going to be able to insert them in step 3 during the second rough draft. But for now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to write an article about how to start an online home business. Now, I'm just going to do this in Microsoft Word because it's going to make it easier for me to do editing and stuff like that before I publish it. Okay, so I'm just going to pause the video, pull up Word. And that's actually the funniest thing. I always get, some people say, oh, you're so good at internet marketing, you must have all this great knowledge and skills and all this. And it's like, well, I know how to use Microsoft Word. I know how to use a notepad file in my computer here. I've got PowerPoint here for this little slide for you guys. And that's about it. That's all the crazy, kind of software programs that I'm using here. That's it. So basically what we're going to do now is we're just going to take our, I'm just going to copy and paste our headline here, or our topics, just so that I remember what it is. Okay, how to start an online home business. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to write an article about how to start an online home business. So I'm just going to again pause it. I'll be right back with some initial text. We'll see if we can get to 500-600 words. Again, this will take a little bit of time, but it's definitely well worth it in the big scheme of things if you can drive free traffic to your website literally for years to come. All right, so I've completed my little document here, my first article, how to start an online home business. And basically I just wrote a little bit about how to start an online home business, what to think about. I kind of went into a little bit of dreaming stuff. I got a little off topic there for a little bit, but I mean, it all fits in. It's an article that people may want to read. Go into just a few steps. Okay, decide what if you want to work with somebody or do it by yourself. Find a product or service. Determine whether or not the market wants to buy your products, and then launch your business and start advertising. And then I kind of just talked about, taking action, and you'll really have a great sense of accomplishment. Okay. Now, basically, as I'm writing at the bottom of my document here, it shows. See, I don't think you can see it on the screen there. It shows the number of words. So I've got 519 words. So as I'm writing, as I was writing, I kind of added a couple paragraphs in the middle here that I didn't have at first, just to increase the number of words. And I got there, and it took maybe 10-15 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, not too bad, for my first article. And again, don't get too worked up if it's taking you a little bit longer, or if it's shorter. It is well worth it. This article is going to potentially be published for years and years to come, and is going to be able to help drive traffic back to my site. Okay, so that's it for kind of creating my rough draft. As you can see, my keywords are scattered a little bit throughout, but I didn't even take the time to worry about it. I kind of had it in the back of my head to throw my keyword in a few times, but as you can see, none of my keyword variations are in there. Okay, none of these probably, or maybe one of them might have ended up in there, but none of them are in there. So now what we're going to do though is we're actually going to start scattering them during the second draft. Okay, we're going to work in our keywords. So the initial draft, don't worry about don't worry about writing that in there or getting. Let's see what happened to my document here. Don't worry about getting them in there. We're going to work them in here right away. So go ahead. I mean, you can go ahead and write your first draft of an article. Make sure you're somewhere 400, 500, 600 words, something like that, and then we'll show you how to do the next section. Okay, so we'll see you in the next section when we go through our draft and start working in our keywords.